Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a low-cost luxury video to let you know about the items I found at either TJMAXX or Marshall's. Today I've got a few items that I found at both TJMAXX and Marshall's that I want to get right into. So the first thing I found was the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream for eyes, and I got this in the color Light. And I picked this up from TJMAXX for $9.99. Not a bad deal because it's still available on the Sephora website and the retail price is $25. So a nice little savings here. The next product I picked up is the Marc Jacobs Style Icon No. 7 eyeshadow palette. And this is in the colors the Lolita. And I got this for $19.99 at Marshall's. And the retail price of this palette is $49. It is not currently available on online from Marc Jacobs or Sephora, but it's still floating around on Amazon and eBay. So this, I think, was released about 2 years ago, and so has been discontinued and replaced with other palettes. And then the final product that I picked up, which I was really surprised to find, was the MAC matte lipstick in Velvet Teddy. So this I got at TJMAXX for $9.99. So quite a few really great items. So first on to the Smashbox BB Cream. And this one, it comes in a tube and it has a brush applicator. I already have all my makeup on right now, so I'm not going to apply this on camera, but I thought it was a really good find, and for $25 still available on the Sephora website, I thought it was a good discount to pick up at TJMAXX. What I do want to go through is an eye look with the Marc Jacobs Lolita palette. And I have seen some of these Marc Jacobs palettes before at both TJMAXX and Marshall's, but typically by the time I find them, they're smashed or swatched all over the place, so they pretty much get ruined. It was about 2 years ago that I saw one of these palettes for the first time, and I could kick myself now for passing on it, but I wasn't sure if I would really want it or use it, and so I kind of left it there. About a couple weeks later, when I was in Marshall's again shopping, I saw the same palette, and I checked it out again thinking, okay, maybe I will pick it up this time. But there were fingerprints all over it. One of the colors was smashed. So I do regret not picking it up. Again, I am a big believer that if you see something at one of these stores that you think you'd be interested in purchasing, just purchase it. If you change your mind once you get home, you can always return it, but don't expect that it will be there later or that it will be in decent condition later if you do find a good product. So I was very happy when I found this Lolita palette because it was pristine. It comes in a nice elongated package, very sleek and slim, and then you press open and you have the little plastic on top and then a beautiful range of colors. I really like all of these colors in this palette. A nice neutral set. So I'm gonna do a nice neutral little eye right now and let you know what I think of the formula, how it swatches, and just kind of how it wears. I've already primed my eyes with some Urban Decay Primer Potion, so I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start by taking just a fluffy brush and going into this beige color here. So it does not have a name, but it looks like it's number 2 from the package. and I'm just gonna put that in my crease. There's a little bit of kickback when I dip in. The mirror is nice, it's very clear. And then since it's so wide, I can see both of my eyes at the same time. Okay, and then below that, I'm gonna go into this color on the end for a little bit of shimmer in my crease. There we go. And then switching brushes, I'm going to grab, now I've got a little more fine tipped pencil brush. I'm gonna dip into this dark brown shade and apply that on my outer corner. And just grabbing that same crease brush I was using, I'm going to blend the dark brown into the other colors. And then with this pencil brush, I'm going to extend just a little bit of that dark brown underneath, and then some of the beige color from the inner corner and under to meet the brown. Okay. And then on top of my eyelid, I'm gonna get a nice flat brush, and I'm going to dip into the center shimmery shade and apply that all over top of my eyelid. And just because I want to check out this other shimmery kind of satin color, I'm gonna dip into this and place it towards the inner corner. There we go. And then along my brow bone, I'm gonna take a flat kind of paddle brush and dip into this light cream color and just extend that underneath my brow. So here's the finished eye look, just a quick little demonstration of how this palette applies. I think it is a gorgeous palette. It is really nice for just an everyday look, all neutrals, and it does seem like these neutrals are more towards the cool side, I would say. This dark kind of espresso brown that's in there is pulling more grayish than I would say a deep, rich brown, which is perfect for me. I am a cool toned person, and so I shy away a lot of times from a very warm palette, but this is pulling cool for me. Like I said, this deep, rich brown, it does have like some grayish undertones, and then this middle champagne color, this glitter that's in there is a silver glitter rather than a gold glitter. So that works perfect for my skin tone. Once again, I am super excited. I found this at at Marshall's, and this is likely going to become an everyday palette for me. So I would highly recommend this. I would say the formula is on the drier side, so it's very buildable. There's a little bit of kickback that comes out, but nothing like maybe an Anastasia palette or even some of the Urban Decay palettes where there's a lot of color that is picked up by the brush when you dip it in. This, when you dip it in, there is some, but it's not going to make a big dust cloud. As I show you here, you can see there's some kind of color that has been picked up from just this first use, but it's not totally messy all over the place where I can't just easily wipe it off. So if I find another one of these Icon palettes from Marc Jacobs, I will definitely pick it up. If it's in another set of colors, I think it's really easy to use, very buildable. It's not going to give a super shock amount of color payoff when you apply it, but the colors will build upon themselves and give you as much or as little intensity as you want on your eye. So thumbs up, great find. I hope I find another color set. Then finally, going on to the MAC Velvet Teddy. I was really excited to find this. I actually found it when I was at TJMAXX one day, and the woman who was stocking the cosmetics area came out with a giant box of items to be put onto the shelves. And as she had kind of grabbed a bunch of lipsticks and just kind of put them in the basket, I was rummaging through and I found this lipstick. I do believe it is an older packaging because it doesn't have the full black bullet, but for Velvet Teddy, I am all for it. I don't mind that it's maybe a couple years old. It's brand new to me. It had not been touched, like I said. It had just been put out onto the sales shelf. So I now finally have my hands on this lipstick, which I've been eyeballing and wanting to pick up. It is one of the MAC Classics lipsticks that pretty much is recommended everywhere to have in your collection, along with like the Russian Red and many of the other pink shades and stuff. But this one I have been really meaning to add, and now I have it for $9.99 rather than the $18.50 price tag that it usually goes for at MAC or Ulta. But I will apply it, let you know how it looks on my more cool toned skin. There we go. It almost looks like a pinkish rust on my skin tone. So I think this is actually a lot more flattering than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna pull really orange on my skin, but it's looking to pull a little more pink and has that slight rusty color underneath, but totally unexpected for how I originally thought this was going to look. I am pleasantly surprised and very happy and excited I picked this up. So as I feel the texture of the lipstick, it's very smooth. It feels very nice. It's not a super thick formula, but it feels good on the lips. Lately, with some of the matte lipsticks I've been trying, they're very dry on the lips and it's not as comfortable. And I've noticed that as I've been wearing, especially like the matte lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills, that one, it really does pull my lips as I'm applying it. It's a very, very dry formula. This one is very comfortable. I think that is across the board for all of the MAC lipsticks. They have a great formula. It wears well. This one I feel is especially creamy and I like that feeling on my lips. So very happy to have the Velvet Teddy in my lipstick collection. And then now I also have the Marc Jacobs Style Icon palette. And I'm looking forward to giving the Smashbox BB cream for eyes a chance very soon. So I thought this was a great little haul to find quite a few of these really nice high-end items at my local Marshalls and TJMAXX. Let me know if you were able to find any of these items or if you were able to find some other great items that I can go search for and try to get my hands on. So until then, happy hunting, and I will see you next time.